When you manage a premium commercial space, the most critical asset is often ignored until it becomes a visible threat: heavy, lingering clouds of smoke. You pay a premium for every square foot of floor space, but the cubic feet above hold liabilities: odors, dust, and volatile compounds, demanding commercial-grade ceiling filtration. This split-screen comparison table maps out the two sides of the pure and natural ecosystem. On one side, we have standard commercial spaces covered by the MarkSeries, 10, 15, and 20. On the other, high-pollutant spaces require the heavy-duty extraction of the Mark V series, 10V, 15V, 20V. Choose the wrong unit for your specific environment, and the consequences compound quickly. You waste upfront capital, risk OSHA compliance violations, and ultimately drive away customers who refuse to sit in a room with stagnant, dirty air. Securing the right air filtration system is a critical operational asset required to keep your business profitable rather than a routine maintenance expense. Most buyers start the selection process the same way. They look at the footprint of their room, calculate the square footage, and try to match that number directly to a Mark 10, 15, or 20. This animated diagram reveals the flaw in that logic. A room filled with scattered dust particles behaves very differently than an identical room filled with dense, swirling smoke clouds. Square footage tells you the size of the room, but ignores the actual contaminants inside. To handle those distinct threats, you need entirely different filter architectures. On the dust side, the system relies on a simple, flat particulate filter. But on the smoke side, you see a thick, multi-layered V-shaped filter bank designed for heavy extraction. Put the wrong internal architecture into a high-pollutant environment, and the system will choke and fail almost immediately, regardless of how large the unit is. The order of operations matters. You must accurately diagnose your specific contaminant first, and calculate your room size second. This decision tree hinges on your primary pollutant. For dust, follow the particulates branch to the standard MarkSeries. But heavy smoke quickly chokes standard filters. For demanding environments, take the alternate route to the heavy-duty Mark V series. The V stands for V-Bank. These units utilize thick beds of heavy-duty activated carbon to aggressively pull dense volatile organic compounds and persistent odors out of the air. The trade-off here is financial. The V series carries a significantly higher upfront capital cost, and those specialized carbon filters increase your ongoing maintenance expenses over the life of the machine. Buying a V series for a simple office dust problem wastes capital. Buying a standard unit for a commercial smoke problem destroys your machine. Locking in the series moves you to the second node of the decision process, calculating your room's volume to select the right capacity, the 10, 15, or 20. This 3D wireframe tracks air changes per hour, or ACH. Squeezing a small unit into a large room drops circulation, forming dangerous dead zones of stagnant air. The small motor also strains at maximum capacity continually to compensate for inadequate airflow. Stepping up to a properly sized 15 or 20 unit effortlessly hits your target ACH, moving massive volumes of air without constantly pushing the motor. Keep in mind that high-traffic venues or spaces with dense occupancy require a significantly higher ACH baseline than a quiet standard office. The tendency to save a fraction of your budget by dropping down a size creates dead zones that completely negate the purpose of the initial investment. Both series share the same physical form factor. Notice this industrial unit mounted flush against the exposed beams of an open warehouse ceiling. This design offers extreme spatial efficiency, reclaiming floor space for customer tables, or profitable retail displays, or even heavy manufacturing machinery. It also optimizes air circulation dynamics, because smoke, heat, and airborne pollutants naturally rise.
A ceiling placement captures them exactly where they gather. But that placement introduces a logistical trade-off. Unlike a portable floor model, these ceiling units mandate hardwired professional electrical installation, and that location directly impacts your ongoing maintenance. Staff will require mechanical lifts and dedicated downtime to safely perform routine filter replacements 20 feet in the air. The operational efficiency of clearing your floor space is a massive advantage, but you must weigh it against the increased logistical difficulty of maintaining the equipment at height. This 2x3 decisional scorecard brings pollutant profile and room volume together. The standard Mark line, the 10, 15, and 20, are workhorses dedicated to clean environments like offices. The V-Series line handles smoke and heavy VOCs. These two categories never overlap. Once the pollutant dictates your correct row, your target column is driven purely by the math, calculating your exact cubic room volume against the necessary ACH. Identifying your specific matrix cell provides clarity, ensuring you don't misallocate capital on the wrong technology. There is one final edge case to address. Facility managers often run the math and find their room's volume lands exactly on the border between two different sizes. The definitive recommendation in this scenario is simple. When in doubt between a 10 and 15 or a 15 and 20, always size up. Look at this close-up of a large commercial fan blade. Notice how smoothly and effortlessly it spins at a low speed. That visual translates to a distinct acoustic benefit. Running a larger unit on a lower speed setting drastically reduces the ambient noise, preventing disruption for your customers and staff. A larger unit also brings a maintenance advantage. Expanding the surface area of your filters extends the operational time between expensive replacement cycles. A properly sized pure and natural unit gives you something invaluable: surge capacity for your busiest, highest traffic days. It ensures your facility remains compliant, your air remains clean, and your business stays profitable.
Experience the power of cleaner air with the MarkSeries. Transform your indoor air with advanced purification technology designed for healthier living. Visit us at purenatural.com or email sales@purenatural.com to find the perfect solution for your needs.